What is going on YouTube? Hidden back making another brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, we do have to look at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. So yesterday we covered a lot of ground. We actually saw the S&P 500 break through a pretty major resistance level, if you ask me. You can see not only did we kind of pop off, I believe this was Tuesday, you can see Wednesday we started to rise up, and now today we're kind of battling the support here and starting to head up as well. I'm actually very shocked. Yesterday closed us above a major resistance level, as you guys can see there, and there's a good chance now that potentially we might actually start to see prices rise up higher. It's very possible. It's crazy to see that we might actually become once again overextended. Granted, when we look at the weekly charts here on the S&P 500, you guys can see we're kind of entering the moving average, so it makes sense realistically why we're heading back up. It's just new, like territory for us. Usually we're trending inside a sideways channel here, which the weekly does not like to load ever when I do it. I don't know why. There it is. Now you can see we usually trend inside of here, but this is new, territory that we've never entered before, where we've trended outside of it. And you can see because we were oversold, it makes sense that we're starting to consolidate. I mean, if the price, which was surprising, we went up from 29 all the way up to 43. And you can see here from 29 to 43 was about a 7 to 8.5%, almost a 9%, pump to the upside here. 9%, we went a little bit higher, 9.5%. So doing that again is very possible. Another 8% up, which would get us from 44 to probably, we went from 32 to 44. So let's say 50, 60, we'd be at 60 right here, and we would be trending at about 4,200 points, 4,300 points, would be 60 on the weekly RSI, and another, 10% up from here. We wouldn't be doing too bad, and we would have recovered quite nicely, and I did put in a lot of money on the way down here, so I'm quite excited to see how we go. But it also means we could start to head up. Yeah, we'd be overbought, but it's new levels, and we wouldn't be overextended really on the relative strength indicator, so we might be able to start to, trending up a little bit higher. So we're definitely in a weird space and spot right now for the S&P, but for most of the cryptos too, we're actually starting to see them come out, come up, which is definitely exciting here. XRP got rejected from its resistance as we expected, and why we have not made a trade here on XRP. Ethereum, we already have trades in. We bought in at 1343, starting to consolidate back down. Makes sense. We retested overbought. I'm just going to hold this a little bit long term, see where we go. And Bitcoin, which we also entered in, we're currently down a little bit, and we are very close, very close to hitting a stop loss. I've not been stopped at just yet, but I am very close to getting that. So we'll see how Bitcoin wants to trend now, but I do strongly believe that because we broke above this resistance, hopefully we can start to head back up. Otherwise, we'll take a loss on this and hopefully make it up on Ethereum. But with that all being said, today's video is brought to us by IFANCYTHAT token. As you guys can see here, IFANCYTHAT token is a cryptocurrency of the future, and with the IFANCYTHAT token, you can purchase what you fancy within the iFancy brand. As you can see here, their phase 1 starts in 10 days, which is why they wanted to show you, their website here, because they're promoting their new phase 1 drop. And there's a lot of interesting stuff that you can do with this. They have crypto wallets, different layers of encryption, airdrop reward loyalties, lots of crazy stuff that you can do, a debit card, and so on and so forth. And I believe ways of actually, you can see different categories. You have phone, where you can buy a phone marketplace, flight marketplace, watch marketplace, date marketplace, hotel, cars, everything. It's all done all together in regards to travel and luxuries with their specific cryptos. So more information about them will be at the end of today's video, so definitely stay tuned for that. You can also find them down in the description below. But with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, as you can see here, top 10 cryptocurrencies overall, we're up quite a lot. We're down 5% today. It makes sense, but you guys hopefully understand why we're down a little bit today. I mean, you look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up 15%, including its 5% correction here. We're still up 15% for the week. Ethereum's up 40% for the week, and we have made a ton of money on an Ethereum trade. You can see here, BNB's up 13%, XRP's up 12.4%, Cardano's up 15%, Solana 23%. Lots of these cryptos, Polygon, Avalanche, are up almost 40% as well. So a lot of these cryptos are starting to come back, and I do believe we've hit a bottom. This is probably the bottom for Bitcoin, was $20,000, and we're not really going to go much lower. Granted, the lowest point we went to is about $17,600, marking its lowest point, and I do strongly believe that's it. And we're going to head back up now. There's a chance in a couple months, 6, 7 months, that we might come back down to retest that bottom support again, 17K, 18K, but it's not going to last. And then by then, we'll probably start to see a bull run. But I do believe we've hit a bottom within most of these cryptos, which is quite exciting. We're not only oversold, we were oversold in a lot of these cryptos. We're starting to kind of come back to the upside here, which is what is expected and anticipated on the overall market. So we didn't make a trade on XRP, which makes total sense, and hopefully you guys understand that. We wanted to see confirmation above a major resistance here. It didn't make sense for us to buy in at 34 and trade it up to 38 and then not sell. And then now we're all the way down to 35, a penny up from where we would have bought in from. It's just not a smart move. What I want to wait for is correction above 38 cents because I anticipate a run up to about 49 cents here at a peak. Between 46 and 49 cents, 50 cents here, that's where target is. But it all comes down to if we can break this resistance. Because we got rejected here, hopefully we'll consolidate and then head back up. We were getting very close to overbought, which could be a reason. But Ethereum was also overbought. So the reason we're starting to see Ethereum become overbought is because of that breakout. And I can guarantee you on the 4-hour, we were overbought as well. You can see we scaled up pretty quickly here and retested the overbought multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts of becoming overbought. So the consolidation is healthy. It's a pullback slowly on the XRP chart to its 4-hour moving average, and then we'll swing back up to attempt this most likely because I believe bulls are starting to come back into the markets. Ethereum as well, is extremely overbought on the 4-hour. You could clearly see we were way too high, trading at 81 on the RSI, way overextended here, but we're now back down to about 50 or 55. So this should hopefully allow us to eventually rise back up. That's the ideal goal here. So we'll just see how this plays out. We have not sold out our position on Ethereum yet. We haven't bought in on XRP. We're waiting for confirmation above resistance, but Ethereum, we're still waiting and holding off. Once we can start to kind of break through this, Ethereum, we're still holding on, and there's a good chance we'll rally up even higher with target at least 17, in between 17 and 2,000. That's the goal here. XRP, we're waiting for resistance to be broken. Bitcoin, we have a similar pattern here. We're waiting for Bitcoin to kind of head up already. We've already bought in because we confirmed breaking above major resistance. The 23.3 was higher than we've been in quite some time. I mean, if you want, you could extend it up like that. It really is like, I don't even think it's that necessary here. But regardless, I do believe we're going to start to head up as well within Bitcoin here. We already took the leap. We already bought into Bitcoin, and hopefully it'll pay off and start to trend back up. Otherwise, once again, we're nearing stop loss, and if it hits, and we'll go from there. But the profits on the Ethereum trade will definitely make up for Bitcoin, so it is what it is. As for the S&P, there's a chance we might start to rally higher, and there's a chance Bitcoin and the other cryptos might reverse out of this. I mean, it's quite exciting to see S&P in another green candle. I mean, from bottom, which was really unfortunate, I was down about $100,000. We're now up pretty much 9%. I definitely say we're up 9% today. Since June 17th, we've had about a little over a month of consolidation, and we've done extremely well. Like last month, the S&P has done extremely well. Like if we just Google S&P 500 and we look at last month's movement, we're up. I mean, this says 5.3. I'd like to think, and this is going off of 1 month, but if you go 1 month from, year to date, 1 month, month to date, that's how you would say it. The previous month, we're up about 9%. So we're doing well right now within the S&P in regards to this, not necessarily, the last month. We're not talking about June. We're just talking about a month from today. So from June 21st to July 21st, I believe we're up quite well. So we'll see what happens. At least we've recovered off this bottom, and there's a chance now we might actually head back up to moving averages. There's a very big chance now that because we broke through target here, we're probably going to see a swing and a rally back up to 41K and then probably consolidate. So playing the devil's advocate here, we might see a rally up to moving average and then fall back down to support and start to maybe climb this support. It'd be quite interesting to see that. But there's definitely a possibility entering this new phase here where we might, start, and I'll jump to the weekly to make this look a little bit better. You can see here, we might trend above it and kind of just trend on the upside here, which would be great. But we'll see how this plays out. But we don't look too bad. Double bottom is definitely confirmed on the weekly. And we're going to be heading up. So good buying opportunities for all of all of end of June was a good buying opportunity here from the June 10th to the 17th was great buying opportunities. But with that all being said, guys, I do want to talk a little bit more about FANCYTHAT token with you, though. I want to give a huge shout out to FANCYTHAT token for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, decentralized finance is a growing sector that has the potential to transform the current financial system. The necessity for an accessible, honest, and safe monetary network is at the heart of decentralized finance versus the traditional finance argument. Therefore, it's no wonder that decentralized finance is slowly gaining around as a viable replacement to the current monetary structure. You see, IFANCYTHAT plans to bridge the gap between the traditional and decentralized worlds. Founded by Michael Kane, IFANCYTHAT is an ecosystem of decentralized financial solutions integrated with brands and services. Their vision for FANCYTHAT token is to incorporate it as a payment method using their own wallet and exchange, and users will be able to purchase real products using the online platforms, which are stored inside the wallet, ranging from retail, travel, and leisure activities. The user will have the ability to invest, trade, or even pay for their hotels, flights, rental cars, mobile phones, and much more using the FANCYTHAT token. You see, IFANCYTHAT provides a fully decentralized platform with total transparency, making it a safe environment with faster payments, financial institutions, and even cash transfers and cheaper transaction costs. You see, they serve as a one-stop shop for all your daily life services. And a few services they plan to offer consist of hotel bookings, which will provide customers a search engine allowing them to look through hundreds of beautiful hotels, discover the perfect holiday spot, and book it with the FNCY native token. As mentioned earlier, they will also offer something similar for flights, car rentals, as well as create a marketplace for the phones, wearables, and a few other services. And with that, FANCYTHAT token will have a fully fledged crypto payment gateway as well as a crypto wallet. This will be a multi-chain and non-custodial wallet that acts as a gateway to cryptocurrency destinations. Lastly, FANCYTHAT token, or FNCY, is a BEP20 token that serves as the IFANCYTHAT ecosystem's native currency. It is used to pay for transactions on the site and also provides holders with a number of services. Now, the FANCYTHAT token will let users invest, trade, and even pay for those services that are necessary for travel. So guys, to ensure fast transactions and reduce costs, FANCYTHAT token is based on the Binance Smart Chain, and FNCY has a total supply of 100 billion, and their upcoming purchasing phase is in just 2 weeks at a low of 0.0008 of a dollar. There will be a $50 minimum purchase value and a $25,000 maximum buy value, and users will need to register on the FANCYTHATtoken.io website and change their USD into BNB in order to acquire the tokens. Now, 20% of the tokens will be given to the wallet within 24 hours, and these will be inaccessible until June 1st of 2023. Now, this is the time when free trading will be available. The rest of the tokens must be claimed through the website. You basically just log in, connect your wallet, and collect 20% of your balance each month until October 1st of 2023. So guys, with all that being said, if you want to check out IFANCYTHAT, make sure to check them out in the description of today's video, where you can register to get your tokens for phase 1, which starts August 1st. Otherwise, guys, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.